So, being an entrepreneur isn't easy, and you're going to make mistakes along the way, especially when you're getting started. So today in this video, I'm going to go through 5 key mistakes that entrepreneurs make and how to avoid them. And even I've made these mistakes, so don't worry, you can get caught out easily. But today we're going to go through all the mistakes so you know what to look out for and you can avoid them and hopefully help to grow your business along the way. Hi, my name's Adam Sykes, founder of SwiftCase, the professional productivity platform, and welcome to this video. So the first mistake I want to go through today that entrepreneurs make is that they expect that their staff love their business as much as they do. Now, their business has been with them since the very beginning, maybe even before they even started their business. They were thinking about this passion that they had for starting this new business, for all the things they were going to do, the ways they were going to help people, the way they were going to provide value, and they were thinking about how exciting it was going to be, and they're willing to stay up all night to get things moving and to grow their business. And we've done the all-nighters, we've put everything into our business. And then we need to hire our staff. We start hiring our team, we start hiring people, and we think, these guys love this. They're going to want to be there as much as I am. They're going to want to work all night. They're going to want to do weekends. They just love it. They don't care whether they're getting paid or not. I've got such a great vision that I want to attract people to me, that, people who want to really put their own passions into our business, that, they're going to love it as much as me. Well, even your best employee, your really most committed employee, is not going to love the business as much as you do. And it's wrong of you to expect that of them. People come in to work for someone for many different reasons. They may have a passion for what you're doing. Hopefully they do. Hopefully that's how you hire people. You hire people who've got the right mindset and the right passion for your business and what you're trying to do with what the vision is that you're trying to bring forward. But at the end of the day, people also need a job. They've got life outside your business, they've got family, they've got friends, and it's wrong of you to assume that they want to be as much a part of your business as you are. And for you to make unrealistic demands of them because you think they should love your business as much as you do, it's just wrong, and it's going to lead to problems with keeping staff, problems with staff morale. Don't ask people to do that piece of work when they've got their child's school play or their child's school sports day, or they need to go and visit a sick relative. Other things matter more important to them than your business, and you've got to remember this, and you've got to work with people. Share your passion with them, but don't expect them to have the same level of passion as you. So the second mistake that I want to talk about today is believing that everything that you've got to say is so important that everyone needs to know it right now. Now, this is one that I'm really guilty of, as Craig, who you may know from our channel, will surely attest to, is that I get an idea and I get really excited and I just need to tell them, and we need to implement it in our business ASAP, and we need to get things moving because, the next great idea that I've had or I've seen, I'm so excited to get it out there and get it working, get it moving, that I interrupt people and I go and jump in and, I'll phone him up or whatever. And I've realized over the last sort of couple of months that this is just really not the best way of doing things. So this one's a very recent mistake that I've realized that I do, and hopefully it's not one that you make, but try not to interrupt people with your ideas. You might have thought of the next big thing. You might have got really been inspired by some video or some course or something you've read, and you want to implement it in your business. But your staff are already working on other things, possibly other things you've asked them to do. And if you start interrupting them, if nothing else, you're going to take away the time from them of just getting back onto the task that they were working on already. So it's estimated that, when you interrupt someone, you're looking at 15 to 20 minutes of time just to get back to where you were. So every time you're interrupting someone, you're taking 15, 20 minutes of their time, and they're not working on something productive for your business. Now, that doesn't even include the time that you spend bending their ear about what the idea is that you've actually got to implement. Plus any other time that you're talking about other things because you've got dragged off on a tangent. So write your ideas down and wait until you've got a scheduled meeting with your staff so you can put your ideas to them And then you can move forward on those ideas after you've developed them and you've let them simmer. And maybe you've even come back to them and thought, well, actually, that's not a good idea. Or you've put in some concrete steps on how you're going to get from A to B on this new idea. That actually it's more productive when you do sit down and talk to them and you're not interrupting people all the time, taking up the time and harming their productivity. Okay, so the third mistake that I want to talk to you about today is trying to build an offer that is for everyone. Now, this is definitely a first-time entrepreneur mistake. It's definitely a mistake that I made at the very beginning of our business. When you think that you can create products or create services that will appeal to everyone. So what you do is you say, I've made this thing and it can go into any business, or it can go to anyone who will be interested in this. Everyone will love my product. So I need to market to as many people as possible, because the more people I market to, then if a small percentage of a large number buy my product, well, that's still going to be a load of people. So I need to cast my net as wide as possible. And you'll hear people talking about casting their net wide to get better contacts, to get more business. And it's just wrong. So what happens is your offer becomes so wide, your product and service becomes so bland and all-encompassing that the message that you've got is so vanilla that it doesn't get through the noise. So when you think of all the people that are on TV, in magazines, newspapers, online, on YouTube, on social media, you've got to cut through all this noise. And if your product is I'm for everyone, well, it just gets lost in the noise and no one sees this. When you actually start focusing down your ideas onto a particular group, a niche, and you'll hear people talking about niches quite a lot when they're talking about growing your business. When you've got a niche, you can focus your marketing, you can focus your product and service to those people. You can concentrate on providing those people more value that's specific to their needs, rather than trying to be generic and jack of all trades and taking on everyone. You can really focus down and produce something of value to a small set of people. You can also find it will be a lot more easy to market to these people because they're a small niche group of people. And especially if you've got a very new product or service, you want to find people that are early adopters. So people who like new things. You know, the person who's still got the flashing VCR, they haven't even gone through DVD or Blu-ray, you know, they're not onto net, they're nowhere near Netflix. You know, there's people out there who do not want to take on new technology, and they are far removed from your product, but you're going to market to them as if they're going to get this next big new thing. Then you've got the people in sort of like the bulk of the population. They like to know things are going to work. You know, they want to see proof that, you know, it's been around a while. They're the type of people who buy the iPhone like 2 or 3 years after it came out, not the people that were stood in a queue waiting for it to come out when they'd never even seen it before, except a few concept pictures. They're the people you want. You want the people who want to queue up outside your door before you've even released your product because they're so excited about it and they want to buy it and they want to tell people about it. These are the early adopters. Now, these are the people that buy new products and services from new companies, not the other people who are, you know, waiting 2 or 3 years, and not the people who haven't even got a DVD player yet. You know, they're far too hard to reach. And we'll talk about that in other videos, but the main thing is focus on a small group of people, find the early adopters and target your product, your marketing to those people, and you'll find that will be a better way to grow your business than trying to cast your net wide and appeal to everyone, but actually getting no one. So the fourth mistake I want to talk to you about today is hiring people too late. So this is got two sort of separate strands that go to this mistake that people make. The first one is waiting too long to actually hire people because, you know, you run off your feet and you know, you can't get your business momentum growing because every time you get so far, you haven't got enough staff to actually take your business forward. Then you go out to hire someone and then it takes a couple of months to actually locate the right person. And by the time they've actually in and trained, you've lost 3 months, you've lost 3 months of momentum. You're not growing your business during that time because you're actually held back. You can't take on new clients because you haven't got enough resources. This is especially clear when you're getting your sort of your first employee. You'll probably be worried, you'll be nervous, you'll hold off hiring people, and it's the detriment of your company. You know, the sooner you can hire someone in and you can focus on growing your business rather than doing the day-to-day work, the better. and that's something we can cover in another video. So if you'd like me to do a video about hiring your first employee, then please drop a comment in the comments below and let me know that you'd like to see that video. The second part of this mistake is also hiring people when you're desperate. So hiring people too late because you actually need them. When you want to hire people is when you find someone who's great. And when should you be looking for these people? All the time. So always be on the lookout for great employees. What's the chances that the time that you actually need to go out and find someone is the time where there's a great employee waiting to change jobs or just come into the market? Maybe they've moved areas. The chances of that happening exactly coinciding when you're looking with someone is just very small. However, if you're always looking out for people who might be a great addition to your business, well, then you're not going to miss people. You're going to hit them when they actually come onto the market. So always be looking to hire people. Always look out, try and get people into your business before you need them, because then there's no drop in momentum. And the fifth business mistake that entrepreneurs make is very much related to the previous one, and it's trying to do everything yourself. So especially for first-time entrepreneurs and people very early on in their journey of starting their own business, this can be a big issue. So you start doing your accounts, you start doing your marketing, you're doing your sales, you're doing your actual building of your product or delivering your service. Maybe you're doing your training as well. Everything your business does, you're trying to do. Now, the first thing is you might not even have the skills to do all of those. So you're learning the skills as you're going along as well, which is a great thing. You should always be learning. But there's other people who are already trained professionals in those particular areas. So whether that is hiring staff or whether that is taking on a consultant or an expert. So, get an accountant to do your accounts. Get someone else to build your website rather than you struggling building a website in Wix. Try and get a proper professional website done by someone. Because actually, during the time it takes you to do these things, like doing your website, doing your accounts, thinking about writing marketing copy that you're not really that, quite good at, these people have already done it. And you could have been making money doing what you're actually good at while they're already doing what they're good at. So these sorts of things, outsource any work that you can, or hire people to do the work if you've got lots of it and you can, have a sustainable future with having them as an employee. So you've got lots of options in getting someone else to do jobs for you. So you can either outsource to another company, you could hire a contractor, so just get someone in for one job who works for you, but you're on a short-term contract basis, or grow your team by hiring other employees. Now, there's another way to approach this mistake of not trying to do everything yourself, and that is to try and automate it. So rather than using people or outsourcing to other businesses, leverage technology to do the work for you. So can you automate the generation of reports rather than writing them yourself? Can you automatically send out emails to people? Can you automatically have accounting information go into your account system from your workflow system, your task management system, or your CRM? Can you connect these systems together and automate what you're doing to save yourself time? And that's what we do at SwiftCase, is we leverage technology in order to automate processes so that we can free up time for people to focus on the core of their business. So that's another way that you can actually save time in your business and focus on what matters to you, is by leveraging technology. They're just 5 mistakes that entrepreneurs make. Some of them I've made myself. And if you've got any other mistakes that you find that you're making that you'd like to point out to someone else who may be starting out in their business journey, then please, again, drop them in the comments below and let us know, and we can all share from your knowledge. And don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell to get notified when there's more videos like this about growing your business and productivity from SwiftCase. And hopefully we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.